bad. Yeah, I f***ed up during the time me and my wife were off. We weren't f***ing with each other for like a year. Which I gotta tell y'all my business because you motherfuckers is cheater. Y'all just a cheater. Cheating where? Where are they? Excuse me.
This isn't your typical reality TV scandal. It's an all-out legal battle that could change everything for Kirk Frost. The latest chapter in his long-standing drama with Jasmine Washington just took a dramatic turn, and this time, it looks like Kirk is coming out on top. So, let's break it down. Jasmine's legal fight for child support and Kirk's role as a father just got a major twist, and it might have lasting consequences. You might remember Jasmine from a few years ago. She's the woman who made headlines back in 2016, claiming that Kirk Frost was the father of her son, Cannon. The announcement shocked everyone and rocked Kirk's marriage to his wife, Rashida, to its core. Not only did Jasmine make this paternity claim, but she also went public with the details of their affair on the popular show Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. This scandal was a PR nightmare for Kirk and Rashida, with the public scrutinizing their relationship and family life. Fast forward to today, and the drama hasn't let up.
Let me talk to you, Jasmine.
Whatever.
So what's the deal?
Honestly, let me say this. Me and you haven't really had any type of communication like this ever before. I feel like maybe me and you need to open up a communication line instead of me and him. Maybe it will be better that way.
You just told me my husband trying to you, and then you telling me you want to open up a communication line with me?
I mean...
Are you kidding me?
Kirk has faced years of accusations, legal battles, and public humiliation, but now, he's scored a significant victory in court. The judge ruled in Kirk's favor, completely dismissing Jasmine's attempts to secure child support and legal recognition for Cannon. But how did Kirk pull off this win? What evidence did he have that turned the tide in his favor? And, more importantly, what does this mean for Jasmine, who has been fighting for years to make sure her story stays in the public eye? Let's rewind and take a closer look at how we got here. It all started with a wild incident that occurred when Jasmine showed up uninvited at Kirk's house, causing a huge scene.
I'm waiting to find this cheater. And y'all think Rashida is so dumb. And Kirk is so dumb. And he's just a cheater. Where the f are the bitches that I'm cheating with? Help me out.
According to neighbors, Jasmine was banging on Kirk's door, shouting and making so much noise that it felt like something straight out of a drama-filled movie. She was reportedly furious, accusing Kirk of ignoring her calls and refusing to support their son, Cannon. This wasn't the first time Jasmine had tried to confront Kirk about his lack of involvement, but this incident seemed to escalate things to a whole new level. In fact, some neighbors even thought the whole thing might have been staged for TV, but it was much more serious than that. Jasmine wasn't just upset, she accused Kirk of being a deadbeat dad who had abandoned her and their son since their affair had been exposed. The situation quickly grew out of control. She went public with these accusations and even aired her grievances on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, which only added fuel to the fire. The public spectacle was intense, and it left Kirk with little choice but to respond. He knew he had to take action to protect himself and his family, especially after all the drama over the years. So, Kirk called the police, documented the incident, and quickly involved his legal team. When the police arrived, they got an up-close look at the chaos. The authorities saw Jasmine screaming, while Kirk remained calm and let the police handle the situation. The police report painted Jasmine as the aggressor, while Kirk's calm demeanor worked in his favor later in court. But this incident was just one part of the larger, ongoing drama that Jasmine had stirred up over the years.
I wouldn't wish this on nobody. Sorry. See her crying.
See, that's what I be talking about.
At the end of the day, y'all, on some real it's like when you in a marriage and a commitment, and I grew up with this man, and he's hurt me, and it's crazy because he's also helped me grow to become the woman I am today. But when you hurt somebody and you dismantle a bond, that's the hardest thing to get over. Heartbreak is like the worst thing to get over.
There had been countless accusations of neglect, paternity tests, and on-again, off-again drama over the years. Even after Kirk admitted to having an affair and confirmed Cannon was his son, Jasmine continued to push for more support. She even showed up uninvited at Kirk's house multiple times. This latest incident, however, seemed to be the breaking point for Kirk. He decided to take legal action and hit Jasmine with a restraining order, along with lawsuits for harassment, trespassing, property damage, and emotional distress. Kirk's legal team came prepared. They had security footage from the night Jasmine showed up at his house, which showed her causing a scene, threatening to expose Kirk, and demanding answers. The footage made it clear that Jasmine wasn't just trying to talk things out, she was intent on causing a public spectacle. This footage worked in Kirk's favor, painting Jasmine as a stalker who had crossed the line. The restraining order was a game changer, legally locking Jasmine out of Kirk's life and setting boundaries that made it clear he wasn't tolerating any more drama. On top of that, Kirk's legal team pushed a narrative that Jasmine was trying to exploit the situation for fame. They argued that Jasmine was more interested in staying in the spotlight and using the affair to remain relevant, rather than actually fighting for the well-being of her son, Cannon. They portrayed her as someone trying to stay in the media, rather than focusing on her child's future. Meanwhile, Rashida, Kirk's wife, has been through a lot over the years, thanks to Kirk's past mistakes. But this time, Rashida is firmly backing her husband. Sources close to the couple say that Rashida has been actively involved in ensuring that Jasmine's drama doesn't interfere with their family. After years of cheating, lies, and public humiliation, Rashida's stance is clear: protect their family and shut down any further drama from Jasmine. She's been taking control behind the scenes, making sure Kirk stays focused on their future together and doesn't get distracted by the ongoing legal battles. But despite all the setbacks, Jasmine isn't backing down. Word on the street is that she's planning a counterattack, trying to fight back against the legal rulings and make Kirk and his team look bad. Jasmine has claimed that she has evidence proving that Kirk is dodging his responsibilities as a father. She's hinted that she's holding on to receipts that could change the narrative, but so far, she hasn't revealed anything concrete. Could she be bluffing, or does she actually have something that could turn the tide? Jasmine has consistently claimed that Kirk has been harassing her, trying to silence her about their affair and the aftermath. She argues that his goal has always been to control the narrative, painting her as the crazy ex while he comes off as the victim. Jasmine says that she's the one who's been mistreated and manipulated behind the scenes. She even claims that Kirk has used threats and intimidation to keep her quiet, and she insists that there are even darker secrets about Kirk's past that could ruin his image if she exposes them.
I had a conversation with Kirk and Rashida.
Oh boy, okay.
She brought up, the defects case with Cannon because he's been tardy a lot. And I'm just like, you haven't been concerned about anything in years. This is my first time hearing from you,
So
actually.
she wants to bring up all the negativity as opposed to taking control and being a real stepmother.
While Jasmine has hinted at some damaging information, she hasn't presented any solid proof yet, which has made people skeptical of her claims. After all, Jasmine's reputation isn't exactly flawless. She's the woman who caused a public scandal by revealing Kirk's affair and, in many eyes, has used her connection to him to gain attention and stay in the public eye. She's been seen by some as an opportunist, trying to turn a messy situation into a career boost, rather than someone genuinely fighting for her son's rights. On social media, people have called out Jasmine for her role in all of this, especially since she knew Kirk was married when they started their affair. When she showed up at Kirk's house that night, many accused her of trying to stay relevant rather than genuinely trying to work things out. But here's the big question: is Jasmine bluffing, or does she actually have dirt on Kirk that could change everything? If Jasmine really has evidence, like text messages or recordings that make Kirk look bad, it could put him in a tough spot. But as of now, the court wasn't swayed by her story. The judge ruled in favor of Kirk, granting him the restraining order and ruling that Jasmine's behavior wasn't just reckless, but threatening. The harassment and trespassing charges stuck, and it looks like Jasmine is facing serious legal consequences. If she violates the restraining order or tries to pull another stunt, she could be facing criminal charges, which could lead to fines or even jail time. Kirk's legal team has also made it clear that they're pushing for full custody of Cannon, and with the way things have gone in court, they have a strong case. They've argued that Cannon would be better off in a stable, drama-free environment. With all the evidence stacking up against Jasmine, it's looking more and more likely that Kirk will gain custody of his son. As for Jasmine, she's still claiming that Kirk has neglected his fatherly duties, and she's even talking about filing for more child support. But with her legal defeats piling up and the public not backing her, it's hard to see how she'll be able to turn things around. Jasmine's reputation is in tatters, and she's facing serious legal consequences that could make it even harder for her to gain any ground in her battle for child support and recognition. Despite all of this, Jasmine isn't backing down. She's still threatening to expose Kirk's secrets, but with the courts ruling against her and her credibility in question, it's hard to see how she'll be able to change the outcome. Meanwhile, Kirk and Rashida seem stronger than ever, and it looks like they're ready to move on from this chapter in their lives. Kirk Frost and Jasmine Washington's legal battles have certainly dominated headlines over the years, but the latest chapter is proving to be the most intense. As Kirk scores a significant legal victory, Jasmine's long-running fight for child support and public recognition of her son, Cannon, has taken a devastating hit. The court ruling not only dismissed her claims but has also put her on the defensive in a way that's difficult to come back from. For Jasmine, this legal loss is more than just a setback, it's a serious blow to her credibility. Kirk, who has faced years of accusations and public scrutiny, has managed to turn the tables with his legal team's strategic moves. From the security footage to the police reports, everything worked in his favor, painting Jasmine as the aggressor in this ongoing drama. He's not just looking to settle the score, though, he's also pushing for full custody of Cannon. Given the messy history and the court's favorable ruling, it's looking more likely that Kirk will gain custody, further complicating Jasmine's position. But despite all this, Jasmine remains determined to fight back. With claims of darker secrets about Kirk's past and accusations of harassment, she's not backing down quietly. The battle for control of the narrative is far from over, and her next move could potentially change the game once again. So, what do you think? Did Jasmine bring this all on herself, or is Kirk going too far in trying to silence her? Is this just the story of a woman scorned, or could Jasmine actually have some dirt that might shake things up for Kirk and Rashida? Drop your thoughts in the comments. This drama is far from over.